markets. We'll talk about the bull market's been going on. Is it too late? Want to know if it's too late to get into the crypto market, finding out the strategies behind it. We're going to talk about, how we follow big order flow. And you know what? I just came back from a big conference down in Florida, showing you exactly and specifically about high frequency trades and all that stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about it. So it's going to be a quite exciting event. Now, for some of you here, we do this on a Thursday, but we do it on a Tuesday due to Thanksgiving. So, we got a lot of big promos that we're going for Black Friday. So if anyone's here interested, we'll tell you a little bit more about it at the end of the presentation. Now, before we get started, just quickly for just everybody know, I'm not making any guarantees or promises. It works for everybody. This strictly varies from student to student. All right. So please be very careful. There's a very big high risk in trading. Just be very smart before you go out there and trade in today's markets. Now, a couple of things we're going to talk about. We're going to cover following the big money. We're going to talk about exactly what is order flow. We're going to talk a little bit about how to follow order flow, the high frequency trades, the algorithms, the AIs that you always were heard about. I'm also going to talk about timing during the day. When's the best time, the worst time? I know some people here work. Maybe you're not a morning person. Maybe you're from East Coast, West Coast. Talk a little bit about that. Pretty much how to be an overall great rounded trader. We're going to cover a little bit more on the not only day trading, but swing trading, option trading, and cryptocurrency trading, because that's what we do here. But the big thing, fellow traders, it's not about going and trading a specific market. It's learning how to play the game, but also controlling the losses, because that's everyone's biggest problem. Now, poll question for everyone here before we get started. Does anybody here own any crypto or Bitcoin? Just out of curiosity. Anybody here own? Just give me a quick yes or no in the trading room, in the chat. Gillis, you do. Mike, Michelle, you don't. Joyce. And, for the ones that are saying no, just out of curiosity, why is that? Because you don't have to trade and own Bitcoin. There's the ETFs, there are the options on it. They just came out with options a couple of days ago. Anton, you do. George, you do. Okay. Grant, you don't? All right, good. Is it because you don't know too much about it? What is it? You traded iBit? Okay, well, that's crypto, basically. I own a lot of it, but I sold it. Let me just kind of show you what was happening. So anyway, a lot of this action happened just recently because of the elections came by. So you see here in November, we were trading at the highs of the day, and we had some big resistance levels around 73,000. And then when the elections came out, you could see we had that big spike, broke all-time highs, and we went all the way up to 99,700. 99,700 and $700 for one Bitcoin. Now, why didn't it hit 100,000? We're going to talk about that. All right. But before I go any further, let me just do a quick little introduction about who I am. And if you're here for the first time, let me explain to you a little bit about why you need to hear what we need to cover and why I'm here to talk to you and why you even listen to Fausto Pugliese. So anyway, been doing this for over 35 years. I've competed against every school in the industry. I beat every school in the industry. But how I got started is that I was a market maker here on Wall Street. I live here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. And the big thing is this, how I got into it. I was pretty much an ignorant 22-year-old kid that tried to do things on their own. And what I found out is that you're not going to be able to learn how to trade by yourself. You have to surround yourself with good traders. You got to learn from good traders, and you got to learn from their mistakes. Okay. You got to work for a real good company, not a bad company. But if you're somebody here that's trying to do it on their own, I don't know if you know this, but it is about a 90% failure rate in today's industry. Okay. And I don't think anybody here would want to get involved in a business with such a big failure rate. So over the years, in trading, I surround myself with some of the best traders in the industry. I learn from some of the biggest traders in the industry. And what I want to do for everybody here before we get started, for you to just listen in, just to get you up to speed, is I'm going to give everybody here my book. Okay. So if everyone just could take a moment right now and just copy my email address, FaustoCTUtrading.com. if you just copy and paste that, or Fausto PSC2corp.com, just copy and paste that. And we'll get that over to you. Yeah. You requested it, Neil. You never received it? Really? Send it to me again. You should have got it. We'll double check. I'll make sure you get it this time, Neil. Okay. So we want to make sure everyone got it. But just send me an email right now, and I'll see. I don't know what your email, Neil, is. I'll just double check right now when it comes across. I'll see if I get it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it. And when I get it, I'll send it to you, okay? All right. And everyone else, just please take it down and we'll send it to you. Now, I've done a lot of presentations for a lot of financial stations around the world. And I've been doing big speakings for NASDAQ and everything else. So what you're about to see is they want you to understand how to play the game of trading. Trading is a very big failure rate. And a lot has to do about just being self-taught and just basically being a lagger and not being a leader. So listen, it's not about me, about what we need to talk about. This is about you. All right. So what I'm about to show you is how to follow the big money when it comes to trading. Now, the biggest things you have to understand when it's about following big trades is you have to follow the institutions. Everybody here is always looking at the left of the chart. Okay. I am here going to cover the right of the chart. Now, this applies to everything: stocks, futures, Bitcoin, options, everything. And you could see here in this example, there was, everyone here is like, well, I missed a Bitcoin frenzy, whatever it is. Well, no, that's not necessarily true, because now we are getting into ETFs. Now we're getting into options. Bitcoin is here to stay. All right. And not only has it been so big, it surpassed some of the biggest things out there. Even silver and the Saudis, it basically passed. You could see right here, just on some of the large assets today, how big and how powerful it is, and how it compares to like Google and Amazon and silver and Tesla and everything else that's out there. All right. But how do you get into that opportunity now? And how do you get into that Bitcoin? And how do you know if you're not chasing it? And how do you know where to get out? Well, there are a lot of people that own the stock, okay? MicroStrategies, Robinhood, mining companies. There are so many ways for you to get involved in this. But the thing is, how to get involved and when to get out is the big thing. Because if you've been following me on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, I post some really big videos that do cover, will teach you a lot of these things, specifically what just happened yesterday. Now, I just came back from a conference in Florida. It was the biggest AI stocks, cryptocurrency convention that went, that actually was the first one out there, but was one of the biggest ones I've been to about in anything like that. And the biggest issue that they were learning is that you got to follow the big orders. So following the big orders, we're going to start off talking about something called NASDAQ Book Viewer. Okay. Now, I'm going to get everybody access to Book Viewer. This is directly through the exchange, where it's going to teach you exactly where these orders are. Now, we're going to look at some stocks, for example, and then I'll go into crypto. I'll show you a little bit of those too. But the big thing you have to understand when it comes to trading, it's all about following the money. All right. Now, when stocks go down, people are selling. When stocks go up, people are buying. Now, you don't want to buy whenever everyone else is buying, and you don't want to sell when everyone else is selling. You want to buy when people are selling, when it's going to stop going lower and go up, and you want to sell when you have a demand, but you want to sell where you're at resistance levels. Those are what make support resistance levels. And if you look at this example right here on Uber, you'll see how the stock goes from $72 all the way down to 68 and goes back up to 69.50. Why did it do that? Because of this big 69,000 share buyer that was sitting out there. That's what drove the stock up. Not a Fibonacci, not a MACD, not an RSI. Resistance levels. Hood. Why did stock go down? Why did it go from 32 to 35 and back down to 34? Not because the green or the red candle did it is because there was a 200,000 share seller out there. Now, you're probably asking, is that a lot of sellers? Well, you know what? When you have a big iceberg order like that, yeah, it is. But when you don't, that's what's going to make it go higher. But you did have it, and that's what trended it down. Let's go over a couple more examples. Big names like Boeing. Okay, Boeing went from 140 down to 138. Why did it go down to 138? Well, is it going to any lower? You got to go check where the orders are. So when we go to the actual exchange and look at the NASDAQ market, you'll notice that of every seller that's out there, the biggest order out there is sitting right at 138.35. Now, in theory, what do you think is going to happen there? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? Well, what do we learn? Stocks go up because of buyers and stocks go down because of sellers. When you got a big demand, probably it's going to go up at that price. And guess what? It didn't do it. It did exactly did it. And it went from 138.50 up to 144. So how many times have you bought a stock? As soon as you bought it, the thing goes down. How about selling a stock? How many times have you sell a stock? And as soon as you sold it, it goes up. And you're wondering that you feel like people are watching you. And the thing is, nobody's watching you. You're just not watching them. And by watching them, you'll know where to get in and where to get out. Now, just out of curiosity, just a quick question to everybody. Did I lose anybody yet? I'm here talking away. I want to come up with some air, take a sip of coffee. But did I lose anybody? Gillis, good. All right. What about you, Greg? What about you, Guy? Bill? Did I lose you guys? No, you guys are still there? Paying attention? Good. All right. So let me show you some more. Let's look at another example. PLTR. Okay. One of the stocks we've been swing trading. I own a lot of it actually myself. And, it comes to a point where you're like, damn it, I wish I had it at 25. Damn it, I wish I bought it at 35. Damn it, I wish I bought it at 45. Damn it, now it's at 55. You're like, is it ever too late to buy it? Well, listen, before things can go up, they have to come down, right? There's always stocks are going to retrace. Now, the question is, when's that retrace going to happen? Well, here in PLTR, you see a stock go from 54 down to 53. Is this the chance to finally jump back into it, but you don't want to chase it? Well, you got 400,000 shares sitting at 53. Look at all those orders out there. What do you think is going to happen with the 54 orders out there that make up the 400,000 shares at 53? What do you think in theory, fellow traders, what do you think it's going to do? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? What do you think? Gillis said it's going to go up. Anton said it's going to go up. Anyone else? Joyce said it's going to go up. What about you, Lewis? What about you, Robert, Teddy, Victor? What do you guys think? Okay, so you think it's going to go up. You know what? I agree with you. And guess what? It went up, but it didn't just go up a little. It went up to $56. By the way, you know where the stock is today? PLTR? That was here. That was that day when I took that photo. Okay? Now it ran up to 67. But you're like, and how many times you're like, damn it, I wish I bought it at 20. I wanted to buy it at 32. Now you're like, I can't buy it at 32. And now it's at 37. And like, well, maybe I'll buy. You forget about it. You come back and like, damn it, now it's at 45. I can't buy at 45 because I just was going to pay 37. And you feel like you're chasing. Well, guess what? You're not chasing if people are still buying it. And that's what ends up happening. And that's why people lose money in the market because they don't know how to follow the money. Let's look at resistance levels, okay? LO. Nuclear stock doing a good job. It's trending up, right? Thing is, you always want to have a game plan. You always want to know where the resistance levels are. So how do we find out? we can't look at the chart. We got to look at the orders. So we need to see where the sellers are. If there are any sellers out there. And as we work our way down on the sell column, the one that has the biggest amount of shares out there is hovering right at $22, 97,000. That's it, right? 97. Where are the icebergs now, Rick, on that stock right there? That's a great question. I'm going to come back to that. All right. But just to give you a ballpark, hold on, PLTR. Let me check it up right now. You got, oh, you're going to like this one. We're going to come back to it when I'm almost there. Give me about 5 minutes, okay? All right. So what happens when that stock hits that resistance levels of 22? Boom, now we're back down to 20. If you didn't get at 12:30 and have a game plan, and you said, let me go to lunch and we relax. If you didn't have your order out there, whatever, boom, you just threw away. Now you just threw away $2,000. You had 1,000 shares of it like that. So that's how you converted a big winner to now become a little winner or maybe even a loser. Let's go check out Amazon, because some of you would be like, well, does it work on brand name stock? Well, let's go check out Amazon. So Amazon's got a big, big push, right? What is the game plan? All-time highs. There are always people looking to take profits. So where's the resistance on Amazon? Well, when we work our way down and see where the sellers are, the big sellers actually showing up around 212. We're there. We're there. And it's not just at 212. It's at 212.20, 162,000, 77,000. I mean, there's a lot of sell orders out there. What happened when it hit that price? It went down. Where is Amazon right now? Here's that big resistance levels we were talking about. See how the stock went from 185, went all the way up to here, right around 115, 112, which is right around that order. It came all the way back down to, look where it dropped down to 196. Okay. Now you wouldn't be able to see that resistance levels because it never hit there before. But if you looked at the orders, the future orders, you would have saw that. So does it work on brand name stocks? Absolutely. And these are what we call big iceberg orders. Big iceberg orders. I came up with this word after watching the movie Titanic. We all know what happened to the unsinkable ship. Everything is sinkable. It's not what was on top of the water. It's what's on the bottom of the water. And a lot of people are not looking at it because an iceberg is tremendous underneath. You're just seeing a little piece on top. And that's what everybody's focused on. You got to look at the overall picture. Now, does anyone here would like to get Book Viewer and try it out? So here's my email address. Fausto@ctucorp.com. So just take a, please email me right now. So if anybody here would like it, let me bring up my email. I want you to go up in your inbox and just type in Fausto and just write NASDAQ book or something like that. I don't know. Please help me. How about that? And just hit send. All right. So everybody just take care of that. I just hit send and I should be getting my email soon. Oh, there I go. Did I get my email? There I go. There's me. All right. So everybody just send that over to me and I will get you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 videos, about 5 minutes long. One is going to show you how to download and get it from the exchange. The other one's going to show you how to trade on it. Nice, good, short videos. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Think about it. It's not going to change your style. It's just only going to supplement it. All right. So, okay. I got a couple of people just emailed me. Neil, I got yours. Oh, we got somebody from Hawaii here. Aloha, is that your name? Got yours? All right, welcome aboard. I'll send it over to you. All right. And who else I got here? David got yours. Rich got yours. Stacy, I got yours. All right, good, good. So just do it now before you kind of forget it. All right. So can you just work for swing trading? Absolutely. I'm going to show it to you. Rick, you asked me a PLTR. I'm going to show it to you. All right. So it works for that. Does it work for options trading? Absolutely. It works for that. because it's the movement of stock that makes an option move. So if you want to be a good option trader, you got to know what the stock is doing. So it works for that too. All right. So now let's get back to something called level 4. Now, one of you just asked me this question about PLTR, and I'm going to bring it up. So where's the resistance levels on PLTR? Can everybody tell me, looking at it right here? Let's see if you guys can answer this question. Where's the resistance on this? Well, if I draw a trend line and the stock is going to go up, where's the resistance? Michelle says 68. Neil, it can't be 66. So we got 66. One of you said 68. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. Maybe that helps. One says 68. Okay. Anybody else? If you don't know the answer, just give me a question mark. How maybe this might help. How about this? An RSI, a Bollinger Band. Hold on. A MACD. I heard those are pretty good. What else? A VWAP. How about, does this help? How about that? Does that help you out? All right. So most of you are saying 68, right? Okay. I'm going to bring this over here to you. Now we're looking at level 4. And if you look right here, see this big red line right here? There, right here, it says current order book. There's 135,000 shares looking to be sold at 68. Some of you said 66. There's about 94,000. And then you have 100,000 at 67. And the real big one's at 68. So if I zoom out a little bit further, if it breaks 68, looks like 70. And then after 70, sky's the limit. There's nobody out there. So those are the two numbers you need to focus on. Now, did you need an indicator to tell you that, fellow traders? Did you need an indicator? No, right? But everybody wants to learn indicators. And you know what the problem with indicators are? They're lagging. That's the issue right there. They're lagging. Now, how would you make smarter and better trading decisions if you were able to just see where those orders are? That is the power of reading the right of the chart, where everyone's looking at the left of the chart. So to finish up, fellow traders, this is why Cyber Trading University has been endorsed and has been sponsored by more brokerage firms and exchanges than any school in the industry after doing it for 35 years. And not only that, Cyber Trading University has probably the best record on Google with a 5-star rating over 35 years, which is unprecedented. You probably won't hear that of any school. And not only with that, ChatGPT ranked us #1 school in the industry. Okay. So these are the things that you have to understand, that everyone here has to learn how to trade, but you got to learn from people that know what they're doing, that do it every day. So this is what I want to do. Who here would like to learn more about how to trade today's markets? All right, this is what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to invite every single one of you here to come join our trading room. And all it's going to cost you is $9. Now, the reason why we asked for a $9 fee, it's just because, number one, we want you to have some skin in the game. And number two, I don't need the money. And number three, I don't know if the money fits in. But number three, we want to make sure you say who you are. Okay. We just don't let anybody in the trading room. We get close to 100 people that are in here right now. I know 100 people would love to come in the live professional trading room right now and see this for one whole week. But the thing is, you know what? We feel like when it comes to trading, then nothing's free in the world. So we want you to get used to, you have to start paying for something to get something. So with that, you're going to get all this great stuff. We're going to get live commentaries. You're going to get our message board trading room. You're going to get classes. We're going to teach you how to follow iceberg orders. You're going to get a lot of great stuff here. You're going to get podcasts that we do every week, all for $9. So all you have to do is take your phone, scan your QR code, or just type in, let me put the link over there, www.ctu.co/trial. There we go, right there. Okay. Now, these are all the big things that you're going to get, traders. You're going to get the trading room. You're going to get workshops. You're going to get traders library. Oh, I forgot to mention one other big thing you're going to get. If you do register, you're going to get a coaching class with me personally. How many of you here think that's worth $9 to be able to talk to me? So why would I do that? Well, the thing is this. I have an invested interest for you to succeed. If you're a good trader, you know what? You might want to have a conversation with somebody. There's no better person then to talk to than me. So make that $9 investment and you will get a coaching class with me personally. And you know what? At the end of the day, if it's not your style, I'll give you $9 back. Listen, I don't need your $9, but I'm looking for traders I could teach and I could trade with. So if you want to be part of a growing company, it's been around for 30 years, been endorsed by every brokerage firm, and you want to learn how to kind of understand how to follow the money, here's your chance doing it. All right. Now, does anyone have any questions regarding about before we move forward as you're registering? And if you do, just start chatting them in. Now, just a couple of things. If you do register, we're going to ask you 5 questions. Please answer them to the best of your knowledge. To let us know if you have who you're dealing with, who trained you, everything else. How you doing? Are you making money? You're losing money? And then you're all going to make an appointment. You're all going to talk to my staff. They're going to be happy to, show you a little around about the trading room. And let me just show you the trading room. How about this? You want to see the trading room? Here's the trading room. Here we go. What are they looking at today? Tesla, looking at Tesla. So here's our traders. They're right here on the left-hand side. These are all instructors on the left. Right now, we got about 170 people in there. It looks like a lot. It's lunchtime. A lot of people take off. Plus the holidays. We have Thanksgiving. Here's our alert service. Right here. We post these alerts. It comes on your phone. Here's our chats. We do live audio broadcasts. Right now, they're looking at Tesla going down. We're showcasing TradeStation. We'll teach you how to use the matrix, all that good stuff. All right. So let me clear that out. Once again, it costs $9. It's not a lot of money. I think you guys can afford that. And if you can't afford $9, honestly, no disrespect, you shouldn't be trading. But everybody here needs to learn from not one, but several people. And that's what you have to do. All right. Thank you very much, Joyce. Best deal ever. Try it out. Grant, I spent $9. Then you best $9 you ever spent. Thank you very much for sharing that, Grant. I'm glad you appreciate it. We have a lot of students here that are recruiting. They want, because they know that they were you one day, and they're always looking for new traders to join the room. Because most of us are trading part-time. So you want to trade the morning, you want to trade the afternoon, but we know that if this is something you want to do, they want to make sure you did the right decision, because they also encountered talking to people all the time. They say, hey, how did you learn and this and that? And it's just like, listen, you got to learn. You need a mentor. And you may not need one, you might need 2. Abdul, thank you very much for selling that. Thank you very much. All right. By the way, some of you have your chat to private. All right. Any questions? A question that came across here. A lot of people ask, how much money do I need to trade with? Well, honestly, you really only need $9. I know that sounds ridiculous, but why would you go out there and worry about opening a brokerage account and getting this set up? And it might not be for you, right? How many of you bought a car because you got your driver's license, or your kid wants to buy? I want a Porsche 911. I'm like, you don't want a 9. Oh, yeah, I want a Porsche 911. Well, first, when you can't afford it, do you even know what it costs? I'm like, no, but I know what I want. Well, what are you using it for? Oh, I got to go back and forth to school. You know what I mean? It's not, there are things that you need someone to explain to you, then you're just trying to go out there, figure on your own. Go out there, make a small investment, take the workshop, and then go from there. And don't forget the summit. That's right. Well, that's later on. We'll worry about that another time, Abdul. All right, traders. So once again, I got to go. I'm going to get back to my traders. We're going to trade this afternoon. It's been a pretty volatile day so far. Between the crypto stocks moving, there've been big news in there. Tesla's been doing pretty well. Besides, there's just a bunch of other stocks that are moving pretty well in there. So I want to get back with them. But if you want to go out there, make a small investment, go right ahead. We'll see you there. So thanks for coming, students. Thanks for being here and helping and giving us and helping and giving your comments about Cybertrade University. We always really appreciate it. I know we've changed your life 1,000 times over. And like I said, we always appreciate you guys coming here and help us recruit new traders in the trading room. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Happy trading, and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And don't forget to check out our Black Friday deals, okay? Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.